Hey everyone, Zeddy here again today, and welcome to This Week in Hearthstone, week number 3, the weekly news recap series where we take a look at all the events and happenings in the world of Hearthstone and summarize them in one video every single week. So if you enjoy this kind of content, make sure you sub, hit that notification bell so you can be notified the next time one of these videos goes live. So our top story this week was Play Hearthstone. They hosted an Invitational tournament. It was a $100,000 prize pool, and it was open to basically a selected group of streamers that they personally invited, with notable names like Crip, Trump, Dog, Tice, and then there's some smaller streamers like a friend of mine, Aveline. She got her first shot at this kind of thing, which was great. Regis was there. And basically, yeah, it was a team-based tournament. I believe there was 10 teams, each with 2 members. And there was a specific rule set they had to follow. They had to prepare 4 decks using from their dual class pairing. And they had to use at least 10 cards from the newest set, Skullman's Academy. And they have to independently play through 4 rounds of their best 3 matches with each game victory, awarding their team 1 point. And there's some other stuff there, but overall, you know, you win, you gain points, and whoever had the most points at the end won. And at the end, it was School of Hunt that took down the victory with 11 points, consisting of the members of Bizarre, Cause, and Nudge. Not really familiar with these guys. Second went to School of Elements, which was Fino and Solari. Third went to School of Nature, which was Ali Straza and Firebat, F2K teammates. Good job. It's School of Fell in 4th. That would be RDU and Tom. And in 5th was School of Bones, team of Dog and Tyler. So pretty cool stuff for them. They got to pocket some money, promote the new expansion, and from what I understand, it was a pretty enjoyable tournament. A lot of fun to watch. I didn't really get to check out any of it. I did see Crip miss a lethal, so that was pretty funny. You know, never lucky, except when you're not lucky. Anyways, but yeah, it was good stuff. Always good to see tournaments like this promoting the game, and you kind of wish there was more of it. There used to be all these fun tournaments all the time, like DreamHack, Seat Story Cup, and all that stuff, and you don't see it anymore, so hopefully there's more stuff like this down the road and maybe open to not just like big streamers, but we'll see. Cool stuff, and yeah, looked like it was quite a bit of fun. Our next story is basically, I want to fill you guys in on how to make a lot of gold in the next couple of days, if you're not aware already. There's a Tavern Brawl active right now. It's the best of 3 Tavern Brawl. You basically make a deck with only 3 cards, and your deck is filled with 10 copies of each. And I'm going to highlight a deck right here, which you probably have seen, but if you haven't, play this if you have these cards, because you'll farm gold an insane amount. You have Patches, Embiggen, and Mark of the Lotus. That's all you need. What you do is you mulligan for Patches and Embiggen, you play Patches and Embiggen on one, and then your board is full and you win. You kill your opponent. If you go first in the mirror, you win. It's great. And, you know, if you lose, well, you're losing on turn 1. Who cares? And yeah, if you want to farm some gold, play this Tavern Brawl. And if you want to counter this deck, if you want to troll with that, I'll show you this deck here. It's Flick. You can play Flick in Rogue. Well, you're saying, well, turn 1, how do I kill Patches? Well, you play Secret Passage, Counterfeit Coin, and Flick, and you can do it on turn 1. So, I thought I'd throw this out there. If you want to make some gold, like, it's just really quick to farm the wins. And, like, I hit the gold limit on stream, basically messing around, just doing this stupid thing, and it was pretty hilarious. So check that out if you haven't already. Now let's take a look at the meta recap in Standard and Wild. So we've been seeing a lot of Bomb Warrior, a lot of Priest, and a lot of Druid, as I mentioned in the prior weeks, but lately we've been seeing a couple of new powerhouse decks pop up in Standard. One being Stealth Rogue, the very aggressive Stealth Rogue, really being prominent, very aggressive. It's not weapon-based. It's pretty much primarily on the Stealth minions, Secret Passage, all of that. You even have like the buffs like Cold Blood. Some people are on the 2-mana 3/2 that gives +3 attack and immune. And it's just doing a very good job of basically just being super aggressive. You got some value in there with like Lackeys and Wand Thief. Some people run that. And it's been doing very well at higher ranks. Very high on like HS Replay, Meta Report, all that. It's doing incredibly well. And another deck that I've seen a lot lately as well, it's also what we're going to talk about in Wild, is Darkglare Warlock in Standard. However, it's more of like a Soul Shard, a bit more healing. You have like the discard draw cards, because like basically the Standard version doesn't have the cycle. It doesn't have as many giants, so you got to run a bit more value. But again, it's based around Darkglare. You have Raised Dead, you have the Flesh Giants, you have all of that. So it's kind of doing the same thing of trying to cheat a bunch of mana, cheat out a bunch of stuff early. And yeah, the deck is performing relatively well. especially the last couple of days on ladder, I've been seeing a lot. So it's kind of another deck you might want to take a look at if you're looking for something a little bit different that you haven't been playing, because you've been playing like Bomb Warrior, Priest, Druid, whatever. And in Wild, things are not really changing up that much. Darkglare Warlock is just as oppressive as it's been, if not more. It's completely warped the meta entirely. When I played on stream today, it was supposed to be Wild Sunday. I'm like, you guys are going to see, I'm just going to queue Darkglare Warlock or Reno Priest. I played 5 games, and that's all I queued. Like, it's just, that's what it is. Like, it's very hard to beat. People have tried things like Odd Hunter. They've tried just pure face decks like Secret Mage, burn decks. The thing is, you just don't kill them fast enough. They pop up on 3-4. They have healing. They have taunts and Darklight. You can't beat it. So it's like, yeah, priests sometimes can beat it because they have the AoEs. They have that stuff. It's difficult. So a couple decks that have popped up that have been somewhat successful to, you know, try and counteract Darkglare Warlock is like Odd Warrior. You build your Odd Warrior really heavily to beat it. You know, you do that, and then there's like, I'm going to highlight an off-meta deck here by Concern Mom that I just thought was really cool, which is the wild version of Turtle Mage, which can beat Darkglare if, you know, you've board freeze them infinitely and all of that. Got Nerub Weblords in there to try and slow them down, but yeah, overall, the wild meta is in a really rough spot, and I do hope that they address Darkglare at some point and potentially Raza Priest, but I tried to reach out on Twitter even, asking for a comment from the devs, but got no such feedback, so we'll see. Hopefully we hear from them soon, but right now they're kind of radio silent on the whole thing, which kind of sucks for us. The next story we have here, I wanted to give a huge shout out. Hearthstone streaming seems doing really well on Twitch. We had 3 brand new Hearthstone streamer partners made within like the last week, which is awesome. They're all good friends of mine. I check out their streams all the time. I lurk there, and I just wanted to give them a shout out. And like, if you guys are looking for more Hearthstone streaming content and want to see some awesome guys out there, I got 3 people to mention here. So first is, hi, my name is Judge. You can find them. Oh, by the way, all their links and all that for their channels will be in the description below, so you can check them out and follow them there. Hi, my name is Judge. He is a fellow Canadian Hearthstone Arena streamer. He streams, yeah, pretty much entirely Arena. Really enjoyable stream. And yeah, if you're looking for Arena content, which is not the easiest to come by, check out his stream. Really awesome stuff. Liquid Ox recently got partnered. He's a very consistent high legend streamer. I believe he's British or Irish, not entirely sure. I'm probably offending him with this, but that's fine because he's liquid, he can deal with it. But anyways, you can check him out. He's typically a high legend streamer, but very entertaining, very young. He's like just a teenager. He's not even done high school. The kid's ridiculous. And then D Money Gaming also got partnered. Another very consistent high legend player. Also plays like tournament, like the qualifiers and stuff on his stream quite often. And yeah, all 3 got partnered on Twitch recently, which means they've been doing really well. And it's good to see more up and coming Hearthstone streamers. And I just want to shout them out. It's hard to get your name out there, and if I can help a little bit, it's great. They're doing a great job. They're kicking some serious butt. So if you're looking for more content, check out their streams. And lastly, we'll take a look at the weekly GM results, the Grandmaster results. This week was the Specialist format. If you don't remember, they tried Specialist when Grandmasters first started, which would mean you would bring one deck only, and then you would have a primary version of that deck, a secondary version of that deck, and a tertiary, and you got to like swap out cards for each version of the deck to like try and tech for other matchups. It's like a version of sideboarding in Magic, if you're familiar with that. And yeah, it's pretty nasty to bring this format when Priest is very popular, but it went pretty well, and there was some interesting results. So NA, Eddie again, the guy can't be stopped, defeated Killin' All Day in the finals to become the champion this week, again with Turtle Mage. He cannot be stopped. The Turtles are just too strong. 3rd and 4th went to Just Sane and No Hands Gamer. The EU region, Viper defeated Psycho. I believe Viper used Zoot to win. And Tice and Casey took 3rd and 4th. And on the Asia Pacific region, Dawn beat Blitzchung in the finals, with 3rd and 4th going to Chiansu and Glory. So again, a lot of similar names, but a couple of new ones popping into these Final Fours from last week. And a lot of just consistent results, especially with Eddie. Eddie's absolutely killing it. Just unbelievably consistent in such a meta that can be pretty high rolling, but he's playing Turtle Mage, which is There's not that much RNG to it other than just don't draw your potions, but even when he draws double potion, he still finds a way to win, because he's just that good, so, yeah. It was a relatively slow news week this week. Try to make the best of it, but, you know, I did want to make one note. I did want to say one thing that's very interesting, is we're almost a month into Skullments being out, and we have not had a significant balance patch yet. We had Kael'thas, and we had Mindrender Lucia, and I think that's a testament to how freaking good this expansion's been. A lot of the problems I have with it, like the RNG and all that stuff, is more of a result from like prior expansions, and the overall, there's so much diversity on ladder, there's so much stuff to play. It's been really good. So yeah, there's no giant nerf expansion or nerf announcement yet. I think that's pretty cool. Wild, not so much the same thing, but they don't treat Wild the same. And yeah, let's hope that Wild gets touched up sooner than later. But anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. We'll be back at it again next week with another This Week in Hearthstone. And again, we always have all our daily uploads throughout the week on the channel, so make sure you check that out. Have a great day, and stay salty, my friends.